2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Lawrence. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great when going back essentially through the full century of the NFL. I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962. They sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Handoff running left is Etienne to about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Fitu Melifonwu up to make the tackle there. Lawrence will throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Open man right side is Ingram. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll scratch out only about
Hey, you went right into him, bro.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard.
So you had that motherfucker. You went right into that motherfucker.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, that's not the way you want to start a first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That throw taken in by... Now the ball comes loose. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So the penalty on the offense, that'll be declined and the turnover stands.
No, I laid them out, bro.
Here's a give to ETN. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Lawrence to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And a short gain here, down to the 22. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another toe for ETN. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Going for it, here's ETN. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. Touchdown, Jaguars. Deontay Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you're playing on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots.
Hey, I just keep your quarterback name. That motherfucker say Willie Demon, I'm weak.
I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give
Oh, shit.
I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. They'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And Ingram holds it in. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true. But you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them.
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? Would he break a couple of tackles?
No, bro. Hey, bro. As soon as I see you breaking the tackle, bro, I'm stripping, bro. I'm stripping every time.
People are gonna come up behind you from the side.
Because you get like
take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
He'll air this one out for Kirk. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's
tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get in the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They go play action now. Lawrence. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a and he loses the football a second time. And the Jags grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. This first half now, Charles, and he's coughed up the football.
And both times I think they were in spots where he's got to think about.
No, I punched it. You see it? You see he punched him out? He punched it out.
Where they carry it through traffic.
Look, right there, boom.
Not out in the open field where you can swing it a little bit.
He held him up and punched it out.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. And every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Lawrence over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On play action, Lawrence. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Lawrence. That's into the hands of Edwards. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
Those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe
and they'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This out quickly to Williams. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. So we're at halftime here.
Hey, I thought you put I got scared for a minute, bro. With nobody over there.
That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yeah.
Oh, come on. Don't do that to me, Madden. Oh.
Flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board. They begin to have hope.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49.
Woo, okay, get your ass back in there, boy.
For 24 yards. A nice throw there for the first.
That's my story. That's my X factor right there.
You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and I both know he's watched this game since he was, what, 4 or 5?
Dang, you lucky they let me click on it. That was supposed to be picked. They let me click on them. Good kids, good kids.
Turkey Bowl games themselves. So now he's to the big stage, and here he is.
All right.
And he'll be brought down.
We're going to fix that real quick.
They run out of the gun with Swift. Down
Yeah.
10.
Slow that man down.
Down inside the 5 to the 4.
There you go.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're...
Okay, Swift.
Into the end zone for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions are... Point after.
Oh, shit.
He's down to 24. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Play action. It's Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Now Lawrence. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season. Because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Lawrence now off the bootleg. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
And they'll run with Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jaguars have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here? To their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything to hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Etienne up the middle. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw complete there to Johnson. Touchdown, Jaguars! Deontay Johnson with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown.
Hey, man, you lucky the linebackers don't move like they're supposed to move.
That would go for 26 and a first down.
I ain't mad at you. Good ball, good ball.
We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Lions 7.
From the gun, here's Swift. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 43.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Man, go and send that motherfucker over here, man. Let me get that speed, man.
Down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to
throw it across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The Lions on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. his man. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. They'll try it now with Swift. Pushes it. And
He ran that motherfucker clean over.
his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 24. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts.
Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw.
But your linebacker can make the play, but mine can't. All right.
Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a
Look at that shit, fake as
Sometimes the receivers find their way open.
Oh, shit. Let's go.
Closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Those throw windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. They'll try to
Say what's supposed to be picked off. Oh, shit, he running the ball with the quarterback. Right here, watching.
And converted into 6 points. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game.
All right, let me get this game over. That's why I get playing around too damn much.
Now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Yeah, this is Madden for you, though, boy. Just got to play this motherfucker. Yeah.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I would be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Now, I told you, man, that whatever they did last year, linebackers was doing everything.
They're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed.
Oh, my bro, hold your block. Like, damn.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
You gotta let the play develop a little bit.
A first down. A handoff for Etienne. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys...
Damn!
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Jeff Okuda. And the Lions are right back in this football game. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
But see, that's why I like playing you, bro, because you just play, bro. You don't be doing all the extra little glitch and shit. You just be playing the game, dog. I respect it, dog, because...
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Pass the
Bruh.
everything here. This one
Alright, I gotta get this motherfucker over with. I gotta get this. I'm running the ball.
This defense
Boy, look at that.
Of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
They'll look to throw. And that one is caught. So they convert here and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for the score. From the 10. Now a crease here as he's passed.
You lying. Oh!
He goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite.
They're flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll run here with Etienne. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you got to run the football.
Yeah, they let me get got a little loose a little bit.
Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Here's Lawrence. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby.
I lose this game, that's on me. I'm just throwing that motherfucker up, bro.
At the 10. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience.
No, not this time.
And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for him, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way.
He came right through. Look, I almost had it myself.
It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
He gets it left side to Johnson. Touchdown. Johnson from 8 yards out. And the Jags look like they're about to put it into their 2-game losing streak.
Dang, what the fuck?
They add on to their lead.
Yes, sir. That was, hey, you was building it.
Up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Oh, you good. Oh, go ahead, bro. Play the shit. I don't give a fuck. You good. All right, play him. Does not matter if you play. Doesn't matter how you want to play it. Does not matter.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets them exhale a little bit. Now I expect to points in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down, a run with ETN. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Tackle made at his 48-yard